welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing good. So today is going to be another how-to video. This is going to be how to make a custom shape and then sell it on Marketplace, or just to make a custom shape to have as your own if you want to do that. Yeah, we're going to do that today. We're going to do it on my alt. I've been building her up just for fun, just to do a different look that's different from this look. So I'm really excited because I'm not really sure what I really want to do. So yeah, we're gonna play around with the shape, hopefully make a really cute one and put it up on Marketplace for you guys with the style card. So let's head over to my alt and redo her shape. Okay guys, as you can see, this is my alt so far. I'm just wearing the basic lily shape that came with this head. Again, this is the legacy body and the new Lelutka Lilly head that was free for a bit. I'm not sure if it's still free, but I can link the store down below if you want to check. But if you guys got the lily head and you don't know what to do with it, feel free to use this shape. I'm going to throw this shape on my Marketplace for everybody and a style card if you want the full look after everything is done. But yeah, this is the basic shape, and it's pretty young looking, not really what I want to go for, but it's really not a bad head. It's really pretty, and I'm just wearing this skin by Glamour, wearing the Lala skin by Glamour. It's a pretty affordable skin. The face and the body is both pretty affordable, so it's just a nice basic skin to start off with. But yeah, basically for this alt, I kind of want to go for like a Lindsay Lohan, redhead, tall, curvy kind of a look. Kind of different from my main account, so I just kind of want to play around, make a really pretty shape, and show you guys how to make a custom shape so that you can actually sell the shape if you want, or transfer it, which is really nice. You can always edit shapes that you buy or that it comes with your skins or whatever. Like I could go into this basic shape that I have into my Lelutka folder. Comes with the default shape, and it's really nice to start off with if you're new to shapes because it's supposed to be how the head looks. It's a really good starting off point. So I would suggest wearing the eyebrow and the default shape, and you can go ahead and edit that. But if you do that, it's no transfer, and of course you can't resell that. So I recommend making your own shapes just so you have a little bit more control. But if you're a beginner, you should start with a already made shape and just go from there. Okay, so what you're going to want to do to make a custom shape is go to the plus sign, go to new body parts and new shape. And then you're going to have the new shape in your inventory under body parts, and you can just name it like new custom shape or whatever you want to call it. You can always rename it, so new custom shape. So from there, you can go ahead and wear that, and it's gonna look like that, because you can't really make a new custom shape from the shape you're wearing. Otherwise that would be kind of like cheating if I went off of that Lelutka shape and tried to tweak it to my own and like sell it. So unfortunately you kind of have to go off of nothing. Obviously this is not how the head is supposed to be, so that's why it's much easier when you're starting off with shapes to start off from a nice reference point. But if you're a little bit more advanced with shapes, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I would do. Alright, so then next what you want to do is go ahead and right click and edit, and it's going to pop up this editing shape box under the appearance. You can also get here by just right clicking on your avatar and edit shape. Now we have a blank canvas, so I really enjoy making shapes. I know some people don't, and that's why they just go ahead and buy shapes, but I've made quite a few shapes now and tweaked it a lot. So I kind of know what I like. There's so many different ways to make shapes. There's no right or wrong way. This is just how I like to make my shapes look. So if you're interested in that, let's get started. Alrighty, so I said I wanted to make her tall, so I think I'm gonna make her, right now she's 53, so it's a little bit above average. But I kind of want to make her tall. I know my other avatar is like a little bit tall, but I want to make her kind of tall this time. Alright, so she's very tall. Body thickness, I like to have a lot of body thickness because to me it just adds a bit more. If you want to have a curvier avatar, I would stay away from it if you want to keep that petite kind of a look, skinnier kind of a look. But if you want any sort of thickness, this really just helps fill everything out. So I kind of go for like 50, 56. Body fat, same thing. I like to add a little bit of, not too much body fat. Well, it depends how thick we want to go. This really helps if you want to do a chubbier avatar, which can be really cute. So I'm just going to do like the middle because I want to do a little bit thicker than usual. And again, this is just the base. You're going to get more into fine tuning later on, but you want to have a base. You want to have something to work with the body, if that makes sense. Hover height, keep it at 50. You can always change that. That's not really, doesn't really do anything. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the head for now. We're not done with the body, but we're gonna go back to the head. For the head, this has been debated between people that I know. I personally like to have a bigger head because I just feel like the smaller head doesn't look right to me proportionally, even though it's at 50. I like to go to like 60. And, you know, I kind of like to have that Brat style look, so it's a little bit exaggerated, yes, but that's how I like to proportion the body. Head stretch. This really depends how narrow you want your head to be. I think I just want to be in the middle for now. Head shape. You could do more of a square jaw, more of a round face. I think I'm going to be in the middle again for that. And changing the shape really depends on the different head or body that you have, as much as it can move. Some heads are more shapeable than others, so some of it you just kind of have to work with what you have. So egghead, I like to play around with this because it does change the overall shape of your head. I think I want to go more of where it was to make more of a heart-shaped face. Head length, I want to keep at 50. I don't want to have a too long of a head, I don't think. And this is outward. So you want to keep it even for this, I would say. And make sure to always look at the side of what you're doing as you are making the shape, because it could look one way from this way and one way from this way. Face shear, I like to give it 50 because I don't really see the point of having a lopsided face, really. Forehead angle, more sloped, more vertical. This changes the eyebrow shape, but you can also change the eyebrow shape independently. So I would look at the side and see how that's going to affect your profile. I think I want to have it about there. Brow size, this is also going to affect your profile. Let's see, I don't want it to be too out there, but we're not done with the whole face, so I might have to go back. Upper cheeks, I think I want her to have higher cheekbones, so I'm gonna have it about there for now. Lower cheeks, you could have a more sunken face or more full face. I think I'm gonna go for a more sunken in, heart-shaped. Cheekbones, add more cheekbones. You can see how that's lowering and lifting. I think I want to have her lifted. Okay, the eyes is very important. I want to have them pretty big. I like to be a little bit exaggerated, obviously not like that exaggerated, but I want her to be a little bit of bigger eyes, eye opening. I kind of like to have it squinted. Eye spacing, I like to have it at about 50 so that it's just very symmetrical, but this can help with like the different look that you're going for if you want more of a fishy kind of a look. I don't really like the narrow look, but it can really change the whole face. Outer eye corner, I like to have more of a cat eye, not really like that, but just like probably at 70. Inner corner, I like to have it a little bit down so that it's kind of creating that whole, you know, cat sleepy eye kind of a look. Eye depth, we want to look at the side and probably about 50 for now. It's kind of hard to say without the nose, but I'm just going to keep working on the eyes for now. Upper eyelid, I like to have it a little bit squinty like that. Eye bags, I don't do too much eye bags, probably just there so the bottom eye is a little bit more open. Puffy eyelids, I don't really do much puffy eyelids, just probably there. Eyelash length doesn't really matter if you're going to put different eyelashes on. Eye pop, this to me doesn't really do much. I'm gonna skip to the nose because it's really important for the whole face to come together. Nose size, I like to have at least about 50, 52. I need to change the upper bridge right now because that is really bugging me. Upper bridge, I need to bring that out. Kind of want to do an upturned, more of a slender nose. So that looks pretty good about there. The lower bridge, I think I want to extend a little bit more out. I'm going to go back up to the front now that I have my base of the nose. Nose size, I have it about 64, which is pretty big, but on this face that is a, you know, smaller, younger looking face, it doesn't do much, as you can see. I'm gonna do about 63 for now. Nose width, I don't want it too wide for her face, but probably about I could go all the way to 50. That doesn't look that bad. A lot of making shapes is kind of playing with it till you like it. You can always go back and you can always tweak your shapes. So don't really sweat and don't really think about the numbers because like I said, different numbers are going to look different in different shapes. It's kind of like trying on different sizes. As long as it looks good to you, I think that's what matters. So I think I'm going to keep it about 49 right there. It looks pretty good. Nostril width, I think I liked it a little bit narrow there. Field of vision, this really changes the nose. It changes the nose from the side as well. So I don't want it to be too saggy down there. So let's see. Probably about there. Nose thickness, a little bit thicker than what I had it, so there's a little bit more to her nose. The upper bridge, we did that. I think it looks good still. The lower bridge looks pretty good. Nose width, that was pretty good, I think. Maybe a little bit thin like that. I think that's kind of cute. Nose tip angle. This is where it's going to be upturned or downturned. Let's see. I don't want it to be too upturned. Maybe like that. nose tip, I want it to be rounder than what it is, because right now it's looking a bit pointy. So I'm going to do about there. A little bit more of a rounded tipped nose. Crooked nose, I don't really do crooked nose. You could do that, but I personally just don't. I like to keep it pretty symmetrical for the most part. Alright, we skipped ears. Ears, I don't really do much. I try to make them, you know, a medium sized, a good angle so they're not out, but there's not much to do for me there. And then we're on to the mouth. The width of the mouth is pretty important. You don't want it to be thinner than your nose. Typically, I like to have it a little bit wider than my nose. The fullness, that's going to depend on the head that you have. So for hers, it can get pretty full, but I think I'm just going to do medium amount is perfectly fine. And then the thickness, which is a little bit different. I'm gonna do, I think where it was pretty good. Lip ratio, I like to do a little bit more on the top like that. Positioning, you don't want it to be too far down or up, but a little bit more up is a little bit more, what is it, pleasing to the eye. Mouth corner, you could be smiling or you can be frowning, probably be about there. Lip cleft, it's if you want a nice cupid bow. I do like a cupid bow, but I do like this pouty lip. Might do more of a pouty lip for her. Lip cleft, that's the very edges. I think I'm going to keep it like that for now. Shift mouth, I don't really change that because I don't want it to be uneven. And the chin. Chin angle, this is important from the side. You want it out or here, I like it about there. Jaw shape. Could do more of a square. And maybe I should do a square. I was kind of going for that heart-shaped kind of a look. I think I'm gonna keep it like that. Chin depth, so how long it is. I want it to be long. I don't want it to be too short. Probably as big as her lips in the length. Jaw angle. So this is kind of from the side as well if you want tighter neck or a little bit of a I don't know what you'd call that, your jowls. I'm gonna have it about there, which looks pretty natural. Jaw jut, you want to look at this from the side, you don't want it to be too out like that or in. I do about 50 for that. And then your jowls, this is what I was talking about. On this head, this is the jowls. This doesn't really do much on this head, but it does do stuff on other heads, so that's another interesting thing. Chin cleft, if you want a cleft chin, you can't really do that on this head either. Some heads you can. Upper chin cleft, I don't really see anything as well as that. Chin neck, there is a little bit there. That's like the lower chin and neck. I think I want to keep it like tight. Okay, so that's my face, and I really like that shape for this head. It's pretty true to the head overall. I didn't want to change it too much, and it's not really a huge changeable head. Like, you can't really make a whole lot different looks, but it's a really cute head. pretty customizable. So once you have your face shape, it's important to make a eyebrow shape, especially if you want to sell it, because you want to add your eyebrow shape with it so that it looks right. Right now I'm just wearing the default lily head eyebrow shape with my custom shape, but what you want to do is you want to go to the plus sign again, body parts, and new hair. You can rename this hair whatever. I'm just gonna do new hair 1, and then again you're gonna wear that, and it's gonna look really weird right now, and you're gonna edit. So it's gonna look like this. The color is not important because we don't want to see that part. Volume you want to do 0, front 0, hair slides 0, back 0, front 0, top 0. Pretty much all of these 0 because we do not want the default hair sticking out at all in our shape. Okay. This is the eyebrows. This is really the important part of this shape. This kind of makes it droopier or not. Probably gonna keep it in the middle. Density, that doesn't really do anything because we're not using the default hair. The height, probably about there. Arc, probably about right there. I kind of want to keep it how it was. I'm just making a new shape for it, and probably right about there. And then you just save that, and you can add that to your overall card that you give your shape to, so that they can have the eyebrow and the head shape. Neck length, I don't like to have that too big or too thin either. Probably just about there. Shoulders, I like to have a pretty, not broad shoulder, but proportionate. I personally don't like shapes that are like, the shoulders are like that. I like to have them out a bit, probably about there. Breast size, for her, I kind of want to have bigger breasts, probably not that big, but it's just nice on Legacy that you can do them this big if you choose to, but I want to do them pretty big. Buoyancy, I think I want to have them pretty perky for her because I want to do like a younger kind of a look. Cleavage, I do want a lot of cleavage. This skin that I'm wearing adds cleavage, so that's pretty nice, but I think I'm going to have it about there. Arm length, I like to have it about 50-48, not too long, probably just about there, which is actually 38, which is pretty shorter than I thought, but I don't like to have the long arms. Hand size, probably just a bit smaller than what they are right now. Torso length, I like to have a pretty long torso. That's just my preference. I feel it elongates the body, makes it less stocky. Love handles. I kind of like to keep it a little bit thin right there for this kind of shape. And belly size, I think for her, I'm just gonna add a little bit of belly. And then the legs. This is actually a really important part of your overall shape. So let's go ahead. Leg muscles, I think they're pretty good about, well, actually I like to have them a bit thicker because I like to have thick thighs. Length, I'm going to do it a little bit long because we want her to be tall. Do her legs a bit long because we want her to be tall. The hip width, I like to have it probably like this wide. Hip length, make that a little bit elongated as well. Butt size, Her butt's looking pretty good right now, but I like to have pretty chunky butt, and I think for her she's going to be a bit thicker than usual. Saddlebags, I like to have these to give that little BBL kind of a body look. Knee angle, just a little bit of a gap, not too much. And foot size, this is important for Legacy. They tend to have like Barbie feet, so don't be afraid to make your foot a little bit bigger for Legacy. So I'm just going to look at the shape. I think I want to make the belly size a little bit smaller, just because that's kind of the look I'm going for, even maybe a 0. And I think I'm going to go back to the overall body. This is where you kind of have to go back and play around and fit it to, you know, what you wanted. Body fat, might add a little bit more body fat. And thickness, I might take a little bit of thickness off actually. And yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this overall shape. So make sure you save as, and you can rename the shape. So I'm just going to do new custom shape, new, exit that. Ooh, and she's looking pretty good and nice and thick. I love the exaggerated hips on her. So I'm really happy with the shape so far. I can't wait to get her all dressed up, put some makeup and some hair, and see how she looks. Yeah, I'm really happy with how she turned out. I don't have much in her inventory yet, but I just used what I had for her. I'm really happy with how the face turned out. I wasn't sure how it was going to look with makeup and eyes and everything. Obviously, I'm going to keep tweaking her and adding more to her, but I'm really happy with how she turned out. And if you're interested in this shape for Legacy and the Lily head, I'm going to be putting that on my marketplace. Alright, so once you have your shape and your eyebrow shape, you're going to want to make a new folder, and we're going to name it Sateen Shape because that's what we're naming our shape. And we're going to go find our shapes that we have. We have the body and the eyebrow. We're going to copy those and we're going to paste those right into there. So we have that. And then we're going to make a style card. So we have everything listed in here. And basically in here, you're just going to list everything from the skin that you have, the head, the body, and clothing, hair that you have in your picture. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so this is your style card. Everything is listed in here. It's optional how detailed you want to be, but as long as you have all the names, I think that's really nice to have for people for, you know, if they want that same look that you have in your photo, it's nice to have that so it doesn't feel like false advertisement. So go ahead and save that. And it should be your most recent. Oh, it's already in my folder because I already added it from there. So everything is in there, which is awesome. So now that it's here, we want to make sure that it's not transferable, but it is copy, share, modify. Copy, share, modify. And from there, if you're not wearing the shape, make sure you're not wearing it. You can make a copy. You can go to move to marketplace listings. So it should be under your unassociated, and go ahead and create that listing and manage listings. And if you don't know already, this is where you can manage your listings. If you sell gotchas, whatever you sell in marketplace, if you're interested in that, I can go more in depth in a different video. But this is how it should look whenever your store is set up and everything. And you can go ahead and edit. And this is where you go ahead and put all your info. And then you are good to go. Make sure everything is here. If it's transferable, you want to tell them that it's modifiable and copyable, but not transferable. So yeah, you can say this is for mesh avatars. Pretty self-explanatory, but if you want more info on this, I can definitely set you up with that. But then you should be able to update, and you will have your listing and people are able to buy it as long as it's active. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope you liked it. Bye!